right, hello, and welcome back to Laying It Out. I'm Chelsea Pockets.
And I'm Scotty Dempsey.
And we have a very exciting episode, and I apologize that it got delayed a bit, but there was a lot of work that went into this, and we're very excited. If people remember, I think it was almost a year ago, Scotty and I did an episode with Lubes where we did a game where we drafted our ideal summer league. We were trying to think of some other game that we could play that was in that similar realm. And then I remembered back in college, me and my friend Gus, who's here on the podcast with us, we would play a game called Random and Dragons, where if you know what D&D is, it's basically the same thing, but there's no rules. And you're a drunk college student playing it, sitting with your friends, just having a good time. So the premise of today's episode is we are going to be playing a D&D / Random and Dragons game of adventure through Wildwood. We have Gus as our DM here. And then, Scotty, why don't you introduce our other two guests playing with us?
Yes, so we're super excited to have our two new guests to the pod. We have Ben Korman of Dating Me fame and also Coaching Columbus. And then we also have our friend Matt Norden of the Planet Today pod fame. He was my special guest on our subs only a couple weeks ago, and we're excited to have him back for some D&D action.
Let's roll some nat 20s, baby. Let's go. Let's get it.
All right, lovely introductions. Gus, if you want, you can introduce yourself, plug anything you want. Otherwise, let's go on this Wildwood adventure.
Hey, I'm Gus. I went to school with Scotti and Pockets. I don't really have anything to plug, so let's get started, shall we? Welcome to the world of Random and Dragons. Forget everything you know about Dungeons and Dragons because very little of it applies. There are no rules, as Pockets said earlier. If you can imagine it, it is allowed. If they were making character sheets for this and they asked me any question, I would say, yes, you can do that. Obviously, we'll be taking a stroll through Wildwood. We'll be getting wild in the woods, so to say. So without further ado, let's begin. I hope that got on camera. Anyway.
That sounded clean. That sounded good.
Great. Perfect. It is Sunday morning of Wildwood. The four of you, groggy as you can be, are starting to come to. It is very bright outside, so it is clearly the morning. However, you can't remember what you were up to yesterday. You know you were at Wildwood, but you don't know if you won any of your games. You don't even know which division you were in, what hotel you're staying in, where all your friends are. The four of you are around, so you gotta assume that you all were on the same team. But you really don't know what else is going on. You look around you, you see that you're very deep into the beach, kind of close to the water. There's a commotion going on in the water. There is someone leaning against the boardwalk next to you because you're on one of those offshoots that goes really far towards the water. It has the Ferris wheel on it. You know that. I don't know what the pier name is. And of course, there's people out and about, despite the fact that you can't help but feel it is incredibly early. You check to see what you have in your pockets, but she's not really carrying anything either.
Hey, don't put things in me.
Bonk.
Anyway,
So
Pockets, of course, checks her pocket watch and notices that it is a little after 6:30 in the morning. You all are incredibly hungover, so you think, and you have to piece together where your team is, and you got Wildwood to win. What do you do to start off the morning? Anyone?
So I look over at Ben immediately, and I say, hey, you're finally awake. And all of a sudden, we're just playing Skyrim. Weirdly, I'm on a cart.
Yeah, roll a d20 for that.
7.
Okay, so 7 is the highest number, as we all know. That is above a nat 20. So clearly, you now have a cart. You actually woke up in a cart on the beach. You have a cart.
That does sound like Wildwood. I'll do that.
I'm going to search the cart, see if I can find any materials.
All right, why don't you also roll d20?
Oh, God. Okay. I have virtual dice. I don't have special dice like everyone else. I rolled a 9.
All right, you find a rusty nail in the cart along with a bunch of shards of glass and a case of beer that is unopened.
Ooh.
But it's Natty Light.
I pass a beer to everyone in the party.
All right, great. Everyone make a Constitution check for me.
Can you explain what a constitution check is?
Sorry, roll a d20.
Thank you.
18?
Yeah, 18.
All right, you feel revitalized. Your hangover is gone. So
Amazing.
You can think straight.
Never
You can
felt
think
better.
straight now. Anyway,
14.
14. You're feeling a little better. Not as well off, but a lot better than you were before you had that beer.
And what I'm assuming is accurate to my real Wildwood, I rolled a 2.
You throw up.
I also rolled a 2.
Similar reactions. Okay, off to a great start this morning. You all have 26 beers remaining.
I'm going to check the pockets on my shorts, not the pockets in our party. I'm going to check my pockets for keys. Do I have any keys on me?
You're gonna have to roll for that.
All right, let's see. I rolled a 2.
You do not have any keys. In fact, you actually find more shards of glass, and your hand might be a little cut up.
We can use those shards of glass. I just need to be able to puncture a beer can and start passing them around to my friends who are throwing up.
It's got a point.
Can I check the case of beer to see if there's a receipt?
Yes, you can. You have to roll for everything. Just roll a die when in doubt.
So what do you know? That's our third or 2 of the game.
There is a receipt, but it's ripped in half, so it gave you hope, only for it to be ripped away, just as your receipt is ripped.
By the shards of glass in my pocket.
Yeah, shards of glass.
And it's at this point in time that someone walks up to you and you recognize this guy. It's fucking Dan. It's just fucking Dan. And he is, just kind of making fun. He's like, wow, after a rough morning, aren't you? Just, he's only there to make fun of you. And he luckily does tell you that, you guys did pretty well yesterday, a lot better than I expected, winning all 4 of your games. Too bad you're not going to beat my team in the finals. You don't even have a team right now. Or gear. And then he runs off, making a really obnoxious laugh that you'd expect to find the antagonist in a children's cartoon to have.
Great.
I scoff at him because obviously if we went 4-0, I'm not worried about Dan's team. I don't even know who Dan is. Dan's just a generic... Dan's an NPC, and he expects me to be worried about him as the big bad evil guy. So I've never felt better. Hangover's been gone. I hope Scotti and Pockets are not throwing up anymore, but Ben and I feel good. He's got to poop a little bit, as is expected when he eats anything. So, yeah, we're feeling okay. He said something about gear. It's Wildwood. We don't need gear. I take my shirt off.
All right, cool. You now don't have a shirt on.
Hell yeah. All right, we're geared up.
Anyway.
Can I look to the boardwalk and try to get a bacon, egg, and cheese?
Yeah, so you're going to head to the boardwalk. You walk up to hotspot number 4, the best hotspot, of course, and you're going to order a bacon, egg, and cheese. How do you order your bacon, egg, and cheese?
On a plain bagel.
That's not what he's asking.
Oh.
Gotta go get a...
Oh, let me get a... and then do I have to roll?
Yeah.
Because I don't know if I have a wallet.
That's what you're rolling for.
Okay.
Your wallet's sitting to your left.
Fair enough. I rolled a 13.
All right, so you do have a little bit of money on you, so you walk up, you order your bacon, egg, and cheese, and you can't help but realize that the person serving the bacon, egg, and cheese looks strikingly similar to you, almost to the point where anyone who didn't know you would assume that this really is Scotti.
Interesting.
I get confused and try to record an episode of the podcast with this person.
So obviously, because this isn't Scotti and Scotti doesn't know, becomes incredibly annoyed with you trying to record her, and then you realize she's also wearing flippers.
Like actual so scuba divers flippers.
Yep, you have a doppelganger of Scotti wearing flippers. Sorry about that.
I tried to trade 5 beers for the slippers.
Can you roll?
A 20?
Yeah, always 20.
Oh my god, I got a 2 again.
She is so insulted that you would take away her prized possession, her flippers, for some natty light. Not even the whole case is worth it. Roll initiative. She's attacking you all.
It's also a 20.
Yeah.
I got a I got a crit failure.
Well, luckily it's just initiative, so this is about the order. Anyway, Scotty's doppelganger with Flipper has rolled a 16.
Got an 8.
I got a 3.
I got a 12.
Okay.
Yeah,
so-
got 1. That's right. You gotta get the bad rolls out during initiative.
Let's see.
Yeah,
so,
Okay,
so I guess it's like Scotty's doppelganger is up first. She takes off one of her flippers and she starts trying to whack Pockets in the head with it because, Pockets is the one who insulted her. Pockets rolled a dodge.
I rolled a 2 again.
All right, Pockets, you get hit over the head with a flipper and you're kind of stunned. So we're actually going to skip your turn because you rolled very poorly. Matt, I believe you're up next.
No, I should be up dead last.
Matt rolled the 1. Sorry, Ben, you're up next. What are you
Can
going to do?
I try to grab the flippers out of her hands?
Yeah, roll the grapple.
That's a 19.
Ooh, that's a good grapple, and it's such a good roll that I think you now have the flippers under your possession, and Scotty's doppelganger looks a little confused as to what to do, as if she's lost her identity.
Does she still look like Scotty at this point, or is it like a Melisandre kind of thing in Game of Thrones, where when the necklace comes off, she's a different person?
She still looks very strikingly like Scotty. Anyway, with the real Scotty, you'd like to take a turn.
I would. I'm just gonna roll and then we'll find out how dirty I fight.
Okay.
7.
Ooh, you fight so dirty. You walk up to her. You're gonna say something super sassy because you're the real Scotty. What do you say?
Oh God, I'm not that sassy in real life.
Kiss her.
I'll say something, witty about about looking in a mirror and not liking what I see.
Classic high
All
school.
right, cool. Scotty's doppelganger, because you rolled a 7, is so off put by this that she collapses to the ground in a pool of tears, just saying, "What did I do to deserve this?" And begs for her flippers back. And she agrees to join your team. You now have 5 people.
There we go.
Right.
2.
Yeah, you got to get a team for Wildwood. Are you guys playing 3-1 or 2-2? I don't know, but right now you've got 5.
All right.
I do, for the record, I do give her the flippers back, but only in exchange for Scotty's bacon, egg, and cheese.
Yeah, she agrees. No roll necessary.
We didn't. Can I get a group vote here? I'm assuming Scotty's doppelganger is right next to us, and I'm just completely ignoring her, facing the rest of the group. We didn't ask for her name. Do we want to just call her Flippers?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So she's Flippers now.
Flippers joins the party. Because she is Scotty's doppelganger, I'm gonna let all Flippers things go through Scotty from now on. So Scotty, you also effectively get 2 turns. You guys are still gonna need, maybe 3 more people, so you have 2 lines for your games. And I did say fucking Dan did say you needed gear. I mean, how are you gonna play frisbee without a frisbee?
That's a fair point.
I guess that is the only gear you need for Wildwood. Yeah, I kind of overlooked that.
I was thinking about making jerseys. This year I made a stencil and I spray painted them onto white t-shirts. So Is that an option, or are we just only hunting down a frisbee?
I mean, you can get jerseys for sure. It's just you don't really have any of those things. But I do know that you're on a boardwalk, and boardwalks do sell obnoxious clothing. Just saying.
I feel like we should focus on that frisbee, and we have 24 beers and a bacon, egg, and cheese to trade with on a boardwalk full of hungover frisbee players. Sounds like a pretty good deal.
It's also like 8 a.m. at this point.
Fair.
Did you try to trade some of the beers for like some whiskey or something?
Ben, what are you doing?
Can we vote on our liquor of choice?
I guess.
And it not be whiskey?
I think we should go to the Bolero and see if anyone's still there.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
All right. you all head to the Bolero. And on the way, everyone make a quick perception check.
Nat 20.
19.
14.
Dice are unbelievably hot.
Okay, you guys are going to have some great things happen. So on the way to the Bolero, you find another case of beer.
Let's go.
Because you rolled a nat 20, you guys don't have just Natty Light. You just got a case of good old Miller Light, because I don't think anyone's getting anything more expensive than that at Wildwood.
That's my favorite cheap beer. This could not get any better.
You rolled the 20. You guys find a water gun filled with Mad Dog 2020. You can decide the color. You find a Wildwood wristband from 2013, and you find your wallet from next year's Wildwood.
Okay.
Okay.
It says. Anyway, upon getting to the Bolero, there's still a bouncer outside, because I have a feeling there kind of always is. I don't know. I don't go to the Bolero. But he has to see all your wristbands. Luckily, you just found one. Do you want to enter the Bolero?
Yeah, we hold up the one wristband that we all have collectively.
From 2013.
We tell the bouncer also, yeah, sorry, we threw out our wristbands last night when we left. We're looking for our wallets from this year. We found our wallet from next year, but we're looking for this wallet, probably my keys, and maybe any other things we might have lost last night.
A friend.
So we have this one wristband.
Okay. Can you roll real fast?
I can. I got a 15.
The bouncer lets you in. He says, like, yeah, that sounds good. He's clearly not paid enough to care. It's also, 8:30 a.m. or so the Bolero's not really hip and happening right now, so it's not like there's anything lost by letting you all in. So you're now in the Bolero, and you can see there's a couple other people there that clearly spent the night at the bar or on the floor of the Bolero.
Is the bar still, is there a bartender?
Yes.
All right. I go and order a Bloody Mary.
All right, roll.
14.
All right, cool. You have a Bloody Mary. It's okay.
All right. That's kind of all I need.
You weren't even hungover to begin with.
Yeah, no, but I'm going to be drinking on the beach. I'm assuming I'm going to drink on the beach while we play, so I can't just, start gassing beers. I got to, start with something nice.
You got to ease in.
Yeah.
I approach the closest person that I could see that's not the bartender and try to nudge them, get their attention.
All right, you're going to have to roll to see, is this person someone worth nudging?
I got a 7.
Oh, wow. So you nudge this shorter lady with a bright red sunburn all over her. She clearly looks like she's had better days. She definitely didn't apply enough sunscreen. But she perks up right away and is very happy to see you, because she's just a very friendly person. And she starts talking a mile a minute about how she's so happy to be at the Bolero. And she slowly realizes that it's no longer last night. She introduces her name as Susie Hammerstein. She throws a lot of hammers. And she also can't find her team. She's in a very similar situation to you all. And she wonders, could she possibly join your team?
Yes, I pass her a Miller and say, of course.
Great. Can you roll real fast?
Miller.
Looks like
I
we're
got a
playing
12.
a vision. There we
She
go.
accepts the Miller. She tries to shotgun it and does an okay job. Nothing to be she's not shotgunning for pole, but she can hang. And Susie will be in your inventory.
Cool.
Okay, so we have Susie, Flippers, and the
four
rest
of us.
the rest of us.
Looks like you guys are playing a lot.
Yeah, that's fine. We're not hungover.
Is
Yeah.
the cover band still going?
No.
Okay.
That's a shame. That was just a question. That had nothing to do with the campaign. I just really wanted to know.
Can I go? We got to get some more male matching players on our team, so that way Ben and Matt can have some subs. Can I go poke the nearest guy?
Sure. Can you roll?
No, 16.
16? Okay. So it's at this point you realize that the person you poked is actually famous Ultimate Frisbee player Bo Kittredge, but he's an elven archer. He has the bow and arrow and everything, the pointy ears, almost as if he stepped out of a fantasy realm, but still really good at Frisbee. He is very hungover because he is at the Bolero and he is an elf. I don't know any mythology about how elves can handle their liquor, but this one can't. Anyway, he asks, what do you want?
I say, would you like to join our team? We are going to win a championship.
He does like winning championships. He doesn't know if he really wants to, though. He doesn't feel too great, and he can't find his arrows for his bow. He doesn't have anything to shoot out of his bow. He can't be an elven archer without something to shoot.
We have this water gun that has Mad Dog 2020 in it that you can use instead of an arrow. What do you call it? A bow. Instead of a bow. The arrow shooting.
Arrow launcher.
Sorry, I'm usually a sorcerer when I play.
All right, can you make a persuasion check?
12.
He takes it, and he says, I'll think about it, but decides to come with you. You now have Elven Bow Kittredge.
Amazing.
But he might leave for a better offer.
That's okay. We get the gun back if he leaves. I want that Mad Dog. I want to squirt it in my opponent's faces when we win.
Well, I mean, he has it, so he can do what he wants with it. But I guess you are in control of him. You guys do need one more character to have a full team, 2 lines. And I guess you're playing 2-2 at this point.
Yeah.
So, hear me out. How tall was that bouncer?
Can you roll roll a d6 and a d10 or a d12?
Can do. We have an 11 and a 4.
Is he
All right, he's 4'11".
My guy! Short King Summer, baby! Wait, but hear me out.
No.
If this bouncer has been here all night dealing with the Wildwood crowd and is 4'11", that guy has to have some heft.
We have no height on our team other than
We have
Elton.
Bo Kittredge!
Yeah, but if he's an archer, he's probably just going to stay in the back and throw the whole time. We need someone who's willing to move and also can jump taller than or higher than us.
Fine, we'll pass on the bouncer.
You and I are not fit boys.
We'll pass on the bouncer.
So the bouncer hears this discussion, and he's, not very happy about you guys not wanting to play with him. So he kicks you out of the Bolero. You're now on, I guess that's Wildwood Ave?
Or Main Street, USA.
Something like that.
This is fantasy Wildwood. It can be whatever we want it to be.
Anyway, you guys are now out on the street. I want everyone make a quick perception check real fast.
A 1. I perceive nothing.
14.
4.
I got a 7. All
right, well, first off, rolling a 1, you actually perceive that you step on something, and you realize that it's an ice. I'm sorry, you have been iced.
Let's go!
But it's been sitting out in the sun all day, and it's a peach Bellini flavor. Like, ugh.
I'm going to give you some background info. One time on spring break, I was making pulled pork for everyone in the house, and somebody hid an ice in my crock pot. So I had to drink like a boiling Smirnoff Ice. Nothing can hurt me anymore.
First off, I'm sorry. You still get iced. It's okay.
Yeah.
This reality can be whatever we want it to be, so it actually does hurt you. Pockets, you rolled a 7?
Yes.
Ooh, interesting. You feel an ominous feeling circling around you. You reach out your hand, and suddenly there's a ghost. And he's very big and imposing and floating. He doesn't have legs because he's a ghost.
Can I interact with this ghost?
Yeah, you can talk to the ghost. But you need
I
to
say
roll
hello,
first.
and I ask him for his name. Oh, I have to roll.
Yeah.
I rolled a 2 again. I try and say hello and ask his name.
Okay, well, you rolled a 2, so this isn't going to go well for you. But that's okay. Maybe it'll turn out to be good because this is a fun character. So the ghost wails at you because he's a spooky, scary ghost, and you all get forced back with a gust of wind. I am the ghost of Admiral Bolero, and you all have desecrated my holy hotel. Roll initiative.
19.
7.
5.
All right, 7 goes
8.
first, of course. 7 goes first, followed by the 19. Then I have a 16, and then 8 and 5. Okay, great. You are fighting a ghost. You also have your support characters.
Oh yeah, I can roll for them too.
All right, 7.
I asked Flippers to take her flippers and wave them wildly at the ghost to try to blow the ghost away.
All right, let's roll for that.
Can I use the help action?
Yes.
So, roll twice.
4. 18.
All right, 18 is pretty good for... it sounds like it's advantage. Anyway, the ghost is kind of startled and seems to be a little bit phasey. I don't know what the right word would be. You know, like he's kind of disappearing almost because the wind is dispersing him. So he is now weakened. Anyway, on to the 19.
How are you?
I'm going to try to use my action to speak to the ghost and see if I can do some recruitment.
All right, what are you saying?
Ghost of something Bolero. You're very tall and floaty, and we could use a cutter. How's your deep skills?
All right, can you roll?
Yeah. I got an 8.
He's never played Frisbee before. He's more confused as to what you're asking because, you know, he's from a different time. I don't think Ultimate Frisbee had been invented yet. Anyway, now it's his turn. So he regroups himself, realigns his ghostly particles, and is back into one piece. But, I mean, he's still a ghost. Okay. 8. Was that Pockets?
I take one of the natties, shake it up, and then take my rusty nail and pop it and try and spray it in the direction of the ghost.
All right, can you roll for that?
Ghost died twice.
I got a 14.
You realize that the ghost isn't as pass through as he seems. He seems to be affected by both wind and water. He is now soaked in rusty natty.
Can the ghost get tetanus?
I imagine he does not have his tetanus shot. So let me think. Let's see. Yeah, he can definitely get tetanus.
Okay.
So the ghost
There's a chance.
All right, Scotty, it is your turn.
All right, so the ghost has a potential for infection and is covered in beer. Can we just run away?
You
I
can
think
try.
I'm cutting my losses here. He doesn't want to play frisbee with us. He's mad. He's wet. 11.
I'm gonna need other people in the party to roll because you're gonna have to roll higher than that to get away.
I don't want
one person. You don't want to run away.
You can all run away, but I have a killer line that I have to say to this ghost before
I don't know.
I mean-
I'll stay and fight this ghost.
You can use your.
I only rolled a 5.
All right, yeah, you can use your.
So-
It seems like you're not getting away from this ghost, basically based on his ability to surround you because he's a ghost, and your teammates' ability to be like, no, I have an idea.
A mutiny.
Does that bring... Oh, wait, we still have to have Flipper and Elvin Bo Kittredge.
And
Yeah,
Susie.
and Susie,
You as well.
Susie Hammerstein, the hammer thrower.
Can we look around and see if there's an actual hammer, like Hammer Bros from Super Mario?
You're gonna have to roll a 20 for this, but yeah.
Is my ability modifier a +4 by any chance?
No, you do not find a hammer. I'm sorry.
All right. Elvin Bo Kittredge, do you want to shoot Mad Dog 2020 at this? I'm imagining that it's like pure acid, essentially. Like, it kind of is.
Yeah.
Maybe try shooting that at the ghost.
All right. Well, what color Mad Dog is it? Because that also could affect what
It's got
happens.
the
you
blue
know?
one, right?
Oh, that's the right answer. All right, cool. It's very ectoplasmy. That'll definitely work on a ghost. Roll.
I rolled a 1.
Bo Kittredge shoots you with blue ectoplasm Mad Dog 2020. You now feel very sick yet energized. I don't know.
My kidneys feel terrible.
That is true. And all right, we're back to the top of the order.
I run to the bouncer. I go to ask and see if the bouncer can go yell at the ghost and kick the ghost out.
You guys aren't in the bolero, just to remind you, but I guess you can still try to do this.
But hear me out. The bouncer's really good at kicking individuals out of places.
It's fair. All right, cool. Go ask the bouncer to kick the ghost out of
This section.
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
Oh, it's only a 7.
Yeah, oh, wait. No. 7's good. So the bouncer actually agrees to help you out. He comes over to talk to Admiral Bolero. Unfortunately, because it was a 7 and not a 20, and I have to have some rules here, and because I really want to hear this killer line coming up next, he is... You're really selling this. It better be good. He is unable to kick the ghost out of the astral plane, but he does make the ghost agree to relax and stop trying to harass you guys before going back to bouncing.
All right, well, now I shouldn't use a line, because if he's not going to attack us, then I don't want it to come to this.
I want to hear this line.
We ball. I take one of the Miller Lights, and I use a level 1 spell slot to transmogrify it into a Miller High Life champagne of beers. And I say, hey, Admiral Bolero, you ready to die a second time?
Roll for that.
I just drink it instead.
Okay, just because I want this to work, because it was so hilarious, and because that's how we do things here. Let me double check. Yeah, he rolled a 4. He doesn't resist that very well. So the Admiral laughs a hearty laugh that only experienced sailor such as himself could hearty. Ha ha ha! You know, maybe I'll try out this frisbee game of yours. And he agrees to join your team. I don't know how much of a help he'll be, but he'll join your team all right. You now have what you assume could be a full team, and you're running out of time. Your first game is at 11, and it is like 10:20 or so.
Plenty of time. Come on.
It's
So
frisbee time. We can show up 10 minutes late.
We need a desk.
Well, it's if it's 10 now, then the hungover frisbee players are starting to come out like they are. It's on the boardwalk. Do we still have that bacon, egg, and cheese?
If no one's eaten it, you still have it.
Can we do something that I will never do in my real life and get on the tram car?
A chorus of angels starts singing, watch the tram car, please.
I mean, in this hypothetical situation where I really need to find a frisbee player, what a way to find someone than getting really quickly across the boardwalk by taking the tram car.
So y'all are going to head back to the boardwalk, and you're really going to get on the tram car.
Ben is.
He's gonna roll and see if the rest of us do.
Yeah, you're going to have to roll for this one.
I'm living out my best fantasies.
I love that for you.
It's a 7.
That's good, though, in this world.
So it sounds like y'all kind of agree to get on the tram car. I don't know. You rolled a 7. So you all are on the boardwalk waiting for the tram car, and it's like not showing up for some reason. So you don't really know what's happening. You want the tram car to be there, and that's when you hear it. You suddenly hear faintly, "Watch the tram car, please. Watch the tram car, please. Watch the tram car, please." And it gets louder and louder, deafening even, to the point where this can't be a normal tram car. And that's when you see the tram car careening to you way faster than the tram car ever goes. Nobody is on it. Everyone is yelling, "Oh no, watch the tram car!" as it suddenly rears up and starts breathing fire. It is a dragon, but it's also the tram car, because you already have a ghost and an elf. What's a dragon? Everyone roll initiative.
We still welcome. That was a 2.
It's a 2!
It's a 6.
13.
6, 13, and 2. Tram car rolled a 3, so 13 is up first.
Yeah, Pockets!
Oh god, okay. What's in my inventory? We have still a lot of beers. I'm the shards of glass. Ooh, okay. I take the shards of glass that have been sitting in my pocket.
Mhm.
They have now mixed with sand as well, because we need a pocket
course.
sand reference, I feel like, in here
That
somewhere.
was on the
And
inventory
I
list.
throw the pocket sand glass at the tram car dragon.
Roll.
A 3.
Yeah, this thing is actually immune to a sand. Kind of crazy how that works, being, next to a beach. It built up an immunity over the years.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Reverse
Yeah,
Anakin.
so really all you've done is you pissed off the tram car dragon, and it just yells, "Watch the tram car, please!" But in a deep voice.
Everyone here's probably seen the critically acclaimed film Shrek, right?
Of course.
Is it a girl dragon?
Roll even, yes, odd, no.
It's odd.
Sorry, it's a boy dragon.
Good question.
All right, I can't make little half me, half dragon, half tram car, 3 half babies.
I mean, you can't.
Somebody might be able to.
Flipper could.
Flipper, you're right. Flipper's gonna fuck.
Or Flipper.
All right. What do I want to do? I have no idea. All right, so we're gonna use the Natty Light because it's basically just grease, and we're gonna shake it, spray at the tires of the tram car. That way, it can't control itself, and it's just a runaway tram car dragon.
Roll for that.
How's an 18?
I have some bad news. That was a really good roll, but unfortunately, the tram car is so strong. It's like Wildwood. It's used to, drunk frisbee players spilling beer on its tires. It can roll over anything. It can roll over sand. You think beer is going to stop it? The tram car is mad. It rears up and breathes fire at all of you. Everyone roll.
Nat 20.
12.
10.
All right, so
18.
you actually all avoid getting hit by the fire, but nat 20, I think you get a nice bonus action to start off. You do some cool acrobatics to avoid this flame into what?
So, presumably, there's a mouth that has been breathing fire. So I grab
What that mouth do?
Breeze fire.
another Natty Light.
Okay.
And I shake it up as much as I can. And without even cracking it, I just try to throw it into the open mouth so it explodes inside the tram car.
All right, you're gonna roll with advantage because you did just roll a 20 and this is a bonus action. So you roll twice and you get the higher one.
That's a 10. All the way up to a 6. That's a 10.
All right, that's a 10. So the Natty Light does get in there, and you can see the dragon is moderately annoyed by this. It's still going to be able to breathe fire, but it definitely can't for a bit because that frothy explosion. And I mean, it's still a tram car, so it's not like it has an esophagus or anything. So that beer is just kind of sitting in its grill, maybe? I don't know. I haven't seen the tram car in a while, consciously. So moving on, you have a second action because, bonus action.
Do the same thing, but better.
So it did explode? The beer did explode?
It did burst, yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Can I roll to see if, given everything that may have happened, I have any shots of tequila or little nibs, hard alcohol that I could throw and burst into flame?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's going to be kind of hard to have not noticed it by now, but go for it.
Hey, we've been fighting a ghost. We went to the Bolero and met Bo Kittredge. I've had things going on.
Elvin.
Bo Kittredge.
That would be
So-
3.
That's crazy. That means there's 3 shots in your pocket.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, sure. You got 3 shots of tequila. But
Deception check worked.
deception check works on the DM. It's fine. So yeah, you have 3 shots. I mean, I don't know how useful they're going to be, but go for it. You got 3 shots of tequila. What are you doing with them?
Take one. It'll give you extra strength.
I'm taking one and I'm throwing the other two into the mouth of the tram car.
All right, so I'm going to need you to roll a d20 first of all.
Okay. That's 2. Dice jail.
And now roll 2 d6s.
That's a 5.
That's good.
And that's a 3.
All right, so you throw your 2 tequila shots in the grill of the tramcar dragon, which is still all frothed up, so it kind of doesn't do anything. You, on the other hand, are not feeling too great after drinking that tequila shot, and you take 5 damage, I guess. I don't know. I don't really think you have HP, but you don't feel too great.
Oh no, it was actually lighter fluid.
No. We're not doing that. We don't want someone to actually die in this campaign, you know? Just feel sick. It's Wildwood, so I guess anything's possible, but, you know, we only have 1 ghost, no more. All right, and moving on to our other 2.
Is it me?
I believe so.
Okay, Liddy. So obviously this tram dragon is the commotion of the boardwalk. Everyone's like watching our little ragtag group of champions face off against it. Yeah. So while Ben is throwing alcohol at it, I think probably just feeding it, because it's definitely dehydrated at this point.
A friend
doesn't want to join our team. I'm gonna run off to one of the vendors, like one of the games, and like specifically one of like the hammer games, and I'm gonna try to get a weapon from some sort from one of these games.
Get a hammer.
Can you roll for that?
Okay, I switched to these poop round dice. They're brown and white, so Lehigh. Mountain. 4!
All right, maybe poop round isn't the best. Anyway, the people working there are, for some reason, really passionate about their jobs, you know, working at a stand on the boardwalk, and they can't let you just take their hammers away, despite the fact that there is a literal dragon terrorizing the boardwalk. They just think it's another day at work. It's like one day it's the tram car, one day it's unruly family. I don't know. They can't just give it to you. They'll get fired, and they don't want to do that. Sorry.
Would they trade it for more taste, less filling Miller Lite?
That's what I was going to say.
You're going to have to roll for that persuasion.
Me or him?
Whoever's doing it.
Me.
Yep.
11. I'm offering them the better.
Yeah, they're like, you know, maybe for the entire case, I really can't get fired.
Oh, not worth it. I would sooner die
the
from this
champagne and beers?
No, it's not Miller High Life. It's Miller Lite. If it was Miller High Life, I would have left. We won Wild. If we find Miller High Life, the campaign's over. We won. With Miller Lite,
we were able to true polymorph a Miller Lite into a Miller High Life earlier, so there's that.
This is Bud Light Erasure.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth the trade. An entire case. If the dragon's gonna kill us, I'd rather it be from fire, not taking lifeblood.
I don't know. Like, what if we find more beer later? Someone else can roll another 20.
What if we find another dragon later?
This is my decision. Can I barter with them?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna offer them 12 beers.
All right, roll. And how do you say 12 beers? You just gonna go like 12 beers? You gonna crack a one-liner? I don't know. What are we doing?
I'm gonna say like, if I can beat you in a shotgun race, then I will give. Then we'll settle for like half the case.
Roll.
Started the bargaining so high.
I know. 9.
They just kind of don't want to do that, so they'll give you the hammer. It was a 1.
Yeah!
Whoops!
I don't even have a shotgun!
And we didn't.
Let's go!
You now have a hammer from, I guess, some game on the boardwalk, maybe Whack-A-Mole or something. I don't know what they would have. All I see is basketball.
Okay.
Gus is a hooper.
No, it's like the only game they have that isn't in an arcade, I guess. But hey, we got a hammer because the game called for it.
Tram cars and Hoover.
So I'm not sure how long this took while Ben was launching attempted Molotov cocktails at the Tram Dragon. But I'm going to try to sneak up around behind it because I'm going to assume that it does not have like binocular vision here. We're not talking about horses. We're talking about dragons. And I'm going to try to like get kind of up behind it and then like bonk it on the head while it's not expecting
aiming
it.
for the butthole? Bonk. Aim for the butthole.
That's a
Still a tram car.
That's a you thing. you are off to the gender of the dragon. You can aim for the butthole if you want.
All right, so you're going to run behind the dragon, but keep in mind, it's still a tram car, so it's kind of long. So while you're running back there, we're going to go through everyone else's turns, so we're back to Pockets.
We still have that bacon, egg, and cheese.
Yes.
I see a man approaching the scene. He's wearing an I Love DILFs t-shirt that you might see on the boardwalk. And I offer him a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich in return for trying to seduce the dragon. Because I'm assuming the tram car has been around a while. We determine it's a man dragon. It's probably a DILF.
You're going to have to... Okay, so first roll a d20 to convince this person to accept your deal to try to seduce a tram car. And yeah, we'll start there.
I rolled
that
a
face
4.
does not say good. Okay, so he just kind of looks at you and then walks away because, most people don't want to do that. It's the tram car. Not because it's a dragon, because it's the tram car. Anyway, so you still have an action because, that would be unfair to just make that your entire turn.
Okay. I now try and run under the boardwalk and search for something that we could use for our next turn, like a weapon of some kind.
All right, first roll to see, you have to roll a sanity check because you're going under the boardwalk, so do that one first.
Fair enough.
14.
Okay, you'll be fine, I guess, well, physically. And then roll to see if you find anything.
A 2.
You there's just more broken glass.
Cool. Can I still keep that in my pocket, though?
I guess.
Perfect.
Anyway, so Pockets is now under the boardwalk. Matt?
So I'm going to try to bore the dragon into just leaving us alone.
Okay.
And I look at the dragon and I ask it a very, very simple question. Have you ever heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis? And from my backpack, I grab James Lucino's book, Darth Plagueis. Is this a video podcast?
Yes.
All right, cool. I haven't started reading it yet. I'm currently reading Kenobi.
All right. I don't think you have a backpack, but you have a cart.
We do have pockets.
No! Yeah!
All right. So you're going to try to bore the dragon?
Yeah, with the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise.
All right. I'm going to need you to roll I don't know, just roll. I guess it's persuasion.
I rolled a 13.
All right. Here's what it all comes down to. Well, the dragon stares you down in the eyes, and it says, I hate sand. It's coarse and rough, and it gets everywhere. The dragon is also a prequel memer.
So we're good. We just became best friends, I
The
think.
dragon is friends with you.
All right. Who knew all it took was just mutual love of the best movie of all time aside from Lord of the Rings Return of the King?
We do need a deep.
We have a ghost.
Yeah, we have the dragon.
Wait, somebody did we find a Frisbee yet?
No.
No.
I look at Admiral Bolero's ghost and I toss him a natty light and I say, hey kid, catch. And I toss
Can you roll real fast?
it's a 7.
All right, he grabs the natty. He has a natty. I don't know. What are you telling him to do?
He can catch though. That was kind of what we were testing there.
Yeah, he can catch.
Okay. All right. So we have a deep there. I look at the tram car. Do you want to be our coach?
Dragon could be a good sideline.
Yeah.
Dragon would take up the entire side.
Yeah, the dragon is the line. So, You ask the tram car to be your coach. Are you sure you don't want to maybe prequel memify this ask?
Okay, I will. It's too late in the season for allergy season, so I can't have my full Emperor Palpatine eyes that I usually have. But anyway, I'm gonna turn into my best Vader here, and I look at him and I say, "Join me, and together we can rule the galaxy as father and son."
So you're gonna have to roll still.
Father and tram car.
8, which is one better than a 7.
But it's not a 7. So the tram car looks a little disappointed because he tells you that that's not the prequels.
Yeah, that's true.
And he just kind of tram cars off into the distance. Watch the tram car. Just watch the tram car, please. And leaves you alone, but you do not have a tram car coach. Sorry.
That could have went worse.
Hey, I've never ridden the tram car, and that's probably a net win.
We didn't die from a fire-breathing dragon, so that's also net win.
No, I'm going to focus on the tram car part.
So it's getting close. It's now 11 o'clock. Your game is starting right now.
Oh, shoot.
Okay, so I'm still under the boardwalk, right?
Yeah.
I listen for the sounds of other elite Frisbee players coming down the deck, and I try and tackle one I see wearing, when you have a little Frisbee hanging off your backpack on one of those clips? Try and tackle one of them to get the Frisbee.
All right, roll an athletics check, whatever, just roll.
A 6.
All right, so you get a face full of sand, but because of your enthusiasm, this very nice person... who is Biggs Hardrock, who is a dwarf barbarian. And dwarves are obviously very kind people. I don't know. He turns to you, says his name is Biggs, and he lifts you up, make sure you're okay. And, just says, what's the deal? What were you just trying to do? Because he clearly didn't notice the fact that you tried to tackle him.
Oh, okay. So I try to play it off coolly. I was like, I lost something under the boardwalk and I got really scared. So I just started running out there and ran into you. I apologize. I didn't see you there.
Okay.
Because if he's a dwarf, I'm probably taller than him, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's a dwarf.
So yeah, I try to give my semi-apology, my excuse that I got scared under the boardwalk looking for my lost item and didn't see him there.
All right. Can you roll a persuasion check? It doesn't have to be a very good roll. All right. Not only did he totally buy that, you honestly could have rolled a 5 and it would have been okay. But he says, oh, of course, under the boardwalk is very scary. They always tell me never to go there. I remember my first Wildwood. And he asks you if you need anything.
Yes, actually. Your lovely Frisbee just caught my eye. Would you let me borrow it for my next game?
Can you roll?
Yes. Sorry. A 9.
So he says, ooh, well, maybe if you're on a field near me, because we might need this one for our game.
Oh, shit.
But we'll see. What field are you on?
Yeah. We don't know what field we're on.
We gotta go there.
Don't know what field we're on. Oh, God. I drop the... Actually, I have a podcast line and see if he gives it to me.
Works every time.
Roll.
A 2.
He has never heard of your podcast and thinks it's kind of laughable that you're on one, and that doesn't. And he starts walking towards his field.
Wait, before he runs, I jump off the boardwalk and land right in front of him, and I just spring up like this. Hello there.
Roll.
It's a 5.
Yeah, no, you have no idea this conversation is happening. If you jump off the boardwalk, you're way too late to stop the dwarf Biggs Hardrock from walking away.
My ankles are also broken.
It's still sand. I think you're fine. You didn't roll that bad. Okay, so you still don't have a Frisbee, and you really need to get to your field, but you kind of don't know where it is.
Okay, so I'll go to Tournament Central and figure it out. Shoot, we don't even know if we have phones.
What's our team name? We can't figure out what field we're on for our team name.
All right. So the 4 of us organized this team, right?
In theory.
The four of us go to Tournament Central and look at the team name list and determine that whichever is funniest to us is our team.
Yes.
All right, you're gonna have to roll for this, and then also come up with a team name.
Do we all get to roll?
Yeah, sure.
17.
8.
I rolled a 1. So Ben, whatever you think is the funniest is our team name.
So Ben, here's how this is going to work. So Ben knows what team you are. He looks at the list and he just has an epiphany of like, oh my God, yes, that's our team. Of course, we're on this field. And no matter how hard you try to convince her, Pockets just will not believe you. She's like, no, absolutely not. That we would have never done that. So I don't know. You guys are going to have to figure out what to do about Pockets.
I fight Pockets.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Ben,
Yes.
Pockets, roll initiative.
12.
Pockets.
11.
All right, Ben, you're going first.
I didn't really think this through. I feel like Pockets is going to win this one.
She has the height advantage, but
Yeah.
What if this turns into
I try to grab. We're at Tournament Central, so I try to go grab some of the like ice cold Gatorades from the tank that are like fully really fucking cold. Just like start tossing them at Pockets. That's all I got.
All right. Okay, great. Pockets, how do you react? We're not rolling for this. I just want to see what this leads to.
no roll to hit?
We'll see. It depends on what Pockets does.
I try and grab one Gatorade.
Okay.
Just one.
So Pockets roll at disadvantage, and Ben just roll.
19.
Or
Pockets, you don't grab one of these, and I think one of them hits you like square in the shoulder. No, we're not going a headshot. You didn't roll that bad. So you get hit in the shoulder with an ice cold Gatorade.
okay.
Basically,
And it's
my
a,
Pockets like
yeah.
drink up.
Yeah, Pockets, it is now your turn.
All right. I try to tackle Ben. The motive is not to hurt him, though. It's to get the last 2 tequila shots in his pocket.
He doesn't have those anymore.
they're on the dragon.
Oh yeah,
He threw them
that
into the
shit.
dragon.
We're at a Mad Dog too, right?
Not necessarily. I think we still have Mad Dog in the water gun.
We do.
I don't think you used all of it, right?
Okay.
I don't know.
I ask Bo Kittredge to squirt Mad Dog into my mouth.
Who has Bo Kittredge in their inventory?
Was that me?
I think so.
Yeah, that was me.
I think so. Yeah, and then because Ben has Admiral.
He rolled a 2.
All right, yeah, he's gonna agree to that, I guess. He's like, whatever, and then he squirts the Mad Dog. So you now have drank Mad Dog. You feel sick yet energized.
Is that my action? Am I done?
I mean, we'll give you depending on what your bonus action is. We're gonna go yes or no, depending on how long it would take, because you got to like really be snappy about this.
Well, my motive here is to make myself into drunk Pockets that thinks she can fight anything.
I would say you've succeeded in that. It's Mad Dog.
Okay. All right, that's my. I'm now Super Saiyan drunk Pocket.
Great, awesome. Your hair is blonde. Okay, back to Ben.
I'm gonna keep going with this like lobbing projectiles thing, which you can get at Tournament Central. Grab a bunch of bananas, and now we're gonna go full Mario Kart and start lobbing them at Pocket's feet and have her try to slip.
All right, Pockets, how do you react to bananas being lobbed at you?
I get confused because I'm drunk and Mario Kart, so I instantly start chugging a beer as if we're playing Mario Kart to try and power myself up even more.
You can't move while drinking.
Yeah, no drinking and driving.
Or fighting.
All right, well, yeah. So she. All right, so you start drinking a beer. Okay, great. Everyone is super confused, and because we do have to speed this along, you guys decide. What if we just start walking towards the field? Maybe she'll follow us, and you probably do, based on what I know about you, because you do want to play frisbee. You're here to win, obviously. Why else do you go to Wildwood but to win? So you all go to field. Can we roll 2 d10s for a field number?
23.
All right, you're on field 23. Anyway, so you head to field 23, and you get there about 15 minutes late. But it's okay, because the other team is just showing up as well, because it's Wildwood, and it's the first game of the day. So you get there, and you see none other than Biggs Hard Rock, the dwarf barbarian that Pockets ran into earlier, along with a bunch of guys in green morph suits, and a lot of people that are drunk and heckling. I don't know if they're playing, but they're there. All right. So Biggs Hard Rock recognizes Pockets, goes up to her and says, "Oh, we are on the same field. We can use my disc after all." And then he asks if you want to flip.
I said, well, yeah, why not?
We have a better way.
All right.
We must have a better way to win the poll.
Saw you waffle for poll.
Have we considered a competition?
Oh wait, yeah, we could do a thing. Well, who can shotgun? None of us.
Alvin Bokic.
Okay, Matthew.
It looks like we have a volunteer.
Yeah, all right. I say, hey, you're idiot versus our idiot, and instead of shotgun for poll, we do that game where you tape a beer to the smallest person's back, and they run around, and you try and chase them, and then I was gonna think flippers, just throw her into the shitter.
Now imagine if we had a 4'11" bouncer. I tried.
Okay. So you're gonna have to roll to convince Biggs.
To do some sort of game. I roll an 8. I'm so drunk right now. I'm probably not making sense to him.
He does not. He just wants to flip. He's a no nonsense kind of guy, despite being a dwarf who wants to drink, but not like this. All right, and he now walks away from Pockets. He's going to walk up to whoever rolls the highest on a d20 right now.
18. 6.
All right, I heard an 18. You're now the captain.
Oh, God.
So he walks up to you, who is clearly the most charismatic looking of the bunch because you rolled the highest number, and that's how this works. And he says, "So, do you want to flip for it?"
I hand him a banana and say, "First one to get this down wins the poll."
Roll again.
That's a 10.
We'll see what he gets.
Come on.
All right, he grabs the banana and starts eating it.
Well, I immediately, this is banana time. It's time to race. I do the same.
Is there a banana in your house, out of curiosity?
Frozen.
Never mind. I was about to ask if we were allowed to do this, but it's okay. Anyway, roll again.
That's a 16.
Oh, wow. It's a photo finish banana race with you coming out just narrowly on top. And then Biggs laughs a hearty laugh, and he's like, "All right, so what'll it be? Do you want O or D?"
I pick side. No, I pick offense. I pick offense.
All right, you guys are starting on offense. Who's your starting line going to be? Remember, this is 2-2.
I think it's got to be Scotti and Pockets, and then Alvin Bokic and
The ghost.
All right, great. So Biggs and 3 guys in morph suits are all getting on the line. 3 people in morph suits. They're in morph suits. It's kind of hard to tell, but you'll mark them up. It's fine. Biggs rears back for a hammer and throws it high up in the air. Does anyone try to catch it?
I run away.
I'm gonna guess Ghost does because that's kind of what he's on the team for.
All right, cool. Ghost, roll to catch this. Yeah.
That's a 7?
Oh, he snags that out of the air, and he is floating around with this disc. And it's at this point you realize that he is a ghost and cannot touch the ground.
He doesn't have a pivot foot.
He doesn't have a pivot. He also can't score.
But he can keep going.
I mean, yeah, it's like he's throwing a greatest from anywhere on the field.
Okay.
Well, then I feel like I'm immediately going to look. What is Admiral
Bolero.
What do you think is Admiral Bolero's throw? Admiral Bolero to me feels like a
Lefty scooper.
Bummer. Take it away.
I was on.
No, it's a ghost. That means he was old, presumably.
Dad back.
It's a dad back. Yeah.
Dad back. Yeah. So
Anyway,
Can I roll like
You go.
a D4 to see like who would be like in front of the dad backhand side?
I guess, yeah. Roll this D4, but something else might come up.
That's a 1.
Anyway, you realize that not only can he not touch the ground, but he doesn't know how to play Frisbee. He's never seen this before. He was able to catch just fine, but he doesn't really know the rules, so he just kind of throws the dad backhand back to the other team. They now have the disc. You're on defense.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
It's at this point, Biggs rears back for another hammer. Whoever is in the end zone, roll.
I'll be in the end zone.
All right, cool.
Defense is my game.
All right, roll with advantage then if you're on D-line.
Yeah, I am a D-line for life.
Okay.
So that's a 9 and a 20.
Yeah, 20.
Oh, man. All right, so you see this throw go up, and unlike his last hammer, it's a laser beam right at this person in a morph suit. You sprint across the field, and you have this sick layout. You not only D this disc, but it deflects so far forward that Elvin Bo Kittredge is able to catch it in the end zone for a 2-pointer.
Let's go!
20s are cool. You guys are up 2-0, and this point took a while because, Ghost, and again, we're on time crunch. You guys are up 2-0. Who's polling? What's the line?
I immediately sub out because I'm tired.
Okay.
Susie Hammerstein gets in.
I do the classic Wildwood move of, you want to run that one back?
I feel like it's gotta be us two.
Yeah.
Sandy and
I'm gonna stay on.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Stay on. My E
All
an
right.
all-time high. I just got a sick layout D. I don't care how tired, drunk, hungover I am. This could be a detriment, but if there's anything that I am fueled by, it is my own personal victories.
You're going to be rolling with advantage because of the ego boost you just got until you make a mistake for the rest of the game. All right, great. Who's polling? I assume Susie would want to because hammer's in her name.
Yeah, she does her hammer pull down the field.
All right. Can you roll for how good of a pull this is?
16.
All right, this is such a good pull. It lands like just on the end line, so it's like questionable if they could throw a 2-pointer or not. Great, it's a pull. Everyone runs down there. Biggs is no longer on. It is just a bunch of drunk people with beers in hand heckling each other as they play. First throw is just an easy dump back to the end zone. They're going to go for a 2-pointer. But they drop the disc.
Let's go.
You guys now have it on the end line. Who's picking it up? What's happening?
We have to go for it. 2 points.
We have to.
Super dumb.
Yeah.
Okay,
Susie picks it up for another 2-pointer?
All right, Susie picks it up. It's on your end zone. Just keep that in mind.
Oh, it's on our end zone.
Yeah, they tried to throw back like into their own end zone.
Never
and they
mind.
dropped
She's
it.
only throwing hammers. Let someone else.
I'll
All
run
right.
to the other end zone. And it's
Okay.
super dumb.
100% Ben picks it up.
Yeah, that's super fair.
This checks out.
And throws a...
It's a no-look scuba.
Yeah.
Come on, let's be
Yeah.
The no-look scooper backfield. All right, you're going to have to roll with disadvantage. Sorry.
Oh, I don't know. I practice it on a lot. Let's have a disadvantage.
Oh,
So, hear me out. The first one was a 2. Means there's a chance for a 3. It's a 2.
Yeah, this does not work out well. It goes, it's not going to go all the way to the end zone for a Callahan. That would be embarrassing. But it does go pretty close. You're like a quarter of a field length out of the end zone, which is like maybe 10 feet in Wildwood fields. I don't know. And it's a turn, and y'all didn't get back there in time, so they're going to try to punch it in. Matt, you're going to have to roll for defense.
Yeah.
It's Wildwood. I'm not playing defense. Take it.
All right, great. They score. You're up 2-1. You're going to be on offense again.
Can drunk pockets on the sideline have tried to convince the other team to end the game with some drinking related challenge instead?
You're going to have to, well, they are made of drunk hecklers, so roll with advantage.
Okay. So how does that work? I roll 1.
You roll twice, and the higher one is the one that works.
All right. So I rolled a 1 first. And I rolled a 5 second.
All right. They still don't want to. They might be here to heckle, but they're just gonna make fun of you instead because there's like, you can't even drink like we can, as they all like crush their beers and they still want to play the game. So who's going out for this line? This is maybe universe point at this point.
Okay, I'm subbing up
Send up.
to get. No, actually, sorry. I'm still riding the ego high.
Gotta be us 4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll stay on.
The 4 of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
The 4 of us.
All right. So we have the 4 OG team members who clearly put this team together. By the way, do y'all have a team name?
Demon time.
Yep.
Demon time.
All right. So this is universe. So remember, you only have to score, but they have to score a 2-pointer to win. So the poll goes up. Who's catching it?
I'll catch.
All right. Can you roll?
Got a 13.
Yeah, you're fine. You caught the poll. It is not in the end zone. No 2-pointer. Not that you really need it, but
Super dump to Korman. Pockets goes deep.
Yeah, we gotta go for it.
We're going for 2?
Yeah, we're going for 2.
All right. Yeah, well, it's not even a super dump at that point. It's like if we're that close to the end zone. So, yeah, I'll just do who am I dumping to?
Korman.
No.
Well,
okay.
yeah, I'll do a little... It's a push pass. I'm not going to lose the style points just because it's Wildwood.
All right, cool. So you do a push pass.
It was 12, so I hope he catches that.
Yeah, that's completed.
Okay.
That's completed. All right, push pass into the end zone. You got the disc. What are you doing?
I immediately cut deep.
Okay, Pockets is going deep.
I'm faking a flick huck and throwing a backhand to the back corner.
All right, roll with advantage because that was a sick fake.
It's an 11 all the way up to an 11. It's 11.
All right, we got an 11. Pockets, can you roll?
Drunk Pockets.
Is that advantage or disadvantage?
Drunk Pockets rolled a 1.
No.
It is a pretty good throw. Defense is getting there, but it doesn't matter because as Pockets is running down the sideline, she face plants into the sand yet again. It is a turn, unfortunately.
Oh no.
And Morph Suit Guy picks up the disc, throws it to another Morph Suit Guy across the field. It's a completion. Other Morph Suit Guy then throws it downfield. Let's see, Matt, you're not playing defense. Scotti, roll for defense.
I will.
Yeah, I set the stack. I'm midfield at this point, so I'm there to cover the downfield throw. Yeah, I'm gonna run to try to make a play on it.
All right, let's see. Roll with advantage.
10. 10.
All right, you are right behind, so you're on the mark before this person in green can really think about it. They have the disc, but they're a little flustered, so they're going to roll with disadvantage on their next throw. So, stall 1. 2. They throw it into the end zone. And disadvantage, which is good for you all because the first roll was a 20. Anyway, now... who's playing defense in the end zone? Probably not Pockets. I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah, I'm fine playing defense in crunch time.
We're both there.
All right, roll.
It's an 8.
It's an 8.
If we roll the same thing, then it doubles in Mario Party rules.
So actually, it doesn't matter because they rolled a 6. You get the D in the end zone. You guys are on offense now.
Hey, so Pockets is still in our end zone. Who picks up?
I would love to pick up. I want redemption for Ben messing up last time.
Whoa!
All right.
I'm now standing there because I got sad that I face planted, and I just determined that I'm going to sit in the end zone and wait for someone to hug it to me again.
All right.
All right, so I'm going to go opposite side of Ben on this one, and I'm going to fake a backhand hook and switch my pivot and go for a flick hook.
All right. So you did just get a sick D. So, well, I guess it wasn't a sick D. You got a D. Roll with advantage, but like maybe, I don't know.
It's a good thing you are giving me advantage because my first one was not very good. Off the table doesn't count. 13.
Pockets, roll.
Come on, Pockets!
20!
Pockets leaps up into the air from sitting position to sky the shit out of somebody in a morph suit. The morph suit person is just so impressed that they take off their mask, only to reveal that it's someone you went to high school with that you really didn't want to see again, but they thought that was cool. And also, you skied someone you didn't want to see again.
I win life.
Anyway, you guys win the game!
High fives all around, team.
Bang.
Great. Now, the other team has a spirit game. Do you want to play?
Yeah.
I guess.
Yes.
All right, everyone roll your spirit score.
Oh, it's gonna be.
Pockets, you have advantage.
I got a 17.
I got a 20.
15.
I rolled a 16 and then I rolled a 7.
All right, so sorry, it's still gonna go to the 20 just because it's 20. 7's great, but like we got to give it to the 20. All right, Scotti, you have the spirit prize. They hand you a metal detector, and they say that they have buried a prize in the sand. So where are you gonna search on the field? They don't really tell you where.
Oh, systematically, like just a little bit the whole way. I'm gonna take my time.
All right. Great. Roll a d4.
It's a 4.
You find a truly hard lemonade of whatever your favorite flavor is. I don't know.
Lemonade. Cute.
It's not nice.
But you could.
You could, yeah. Just because you don't have to, doesn't mean you shouldn't.
I'm not driving. I'll drag it.
Like, yeah.
Suddenly my walls just break down. I'm like, wait, who is driving us home?
That sounds like a problem for after the championship game, which is starting pretty soon because that was, Universe. So this other team rolls up to the field next to you, which you assume is your field. And of all the people to be there, it's fucking Dan!
Dan!
Oh, Dan.
Fucking Dan's like, wow, you guys made it to the championship? Bet you cheated. I mean, come on. You have a ghost on your team. That's clearly not fair. Okay. Sorry. So you see the rest of fucking Dan's teammates. So there is a super try-hardy guy who clearly only goes to Wildwood because he's definitely washed up from his college days, and you can just tell he has that aura about him of he's gonna really try. The tram car is on this team.
Oh, fucking course.
Of course!
And all of your mothers are on this team in the championship.
I'm way more athletic than my mom. Sorry.
Yeah.
So fucking Dan. We'll go with Scotty's mom, I guess. The tram car, and the try-hard guy. You know he's playing every point. Are on this line.
There's one rule that will make me break my I don't play defense in Wildwood rule, and it's I fucking hate tryhards in Wildwood. So I'm going to be on the line, and that tryhard is going to have an awful time not touching it.
Great.
I'll be on the line too, and I will guard tram car.
Let's go.
Okay.
I did body out a 6'2" woman this weekend, so I have faith in my ability to body out a tram car.
His fucking name is Bo
I was
Kittredge.
I was gonna say you and Alvin Bo Kittredge gotta go out there.
Yeah.
Well, no, I was gonna say put Bo Kittredge out there. I'm gonna put Susie Hammerfield or whatever her name is out there.
Beautiful.
Drunk Pockets is gonna go on the sideline with the rest of the moms and try to get them wine drunk.
Amazing.
I know my mother likes to get wine drunk, so.
All right, cool. Anyway, so who's polling?
Bo Carriage.
All right, Bo Kittredge, can you roll real fast for this poll?
3.
Oh my god.
So Elvin Bo Kittredge, tries to pull using his bow and arrow, and it goes about as well as you would expect. This disc is maybe a couple feet in front of your end zone, or their end zone. The tram car kind of just flops over and is now the length of the field because it's a tram car. Anyway, this try-hard dude is running up, grabbing the disc, yelling, "Come on!" And then fucking Dan is trying to make an upline cut.
Fucking Dan's going upline. Who's guarding fucking Dan?
It's gotta be Bo.
It's gotta be well.
All right,
I'm guarding hard. And I know exactly who he is. Like, I have him in my head. I know the player I'm thinking of. I'm not going to dox him right now, but I'm better than this kid. Like I'm better than him. Mark it down.
All right, cool. All right, Bo Kittredge, do you get the D? What do you roll?
Bo rolls a 16.
Bo D's the shit out of this.
Let's go.
Hey, we all know that Bo Kittredge can't throw. Great player otherwise.
Yes, everyone knows that.
I mean, he did just try to use a bow and arrow, so clearly not the best move right there. So Elvin Bo Kittredge is not picking this up.
Who's going deep? Who's throwing it?
We should send Bo deep. He's the only one taller
I feel like
than the tram car.
Bo and Scott. Us two. Bo and Scott.
Send both of them deep?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can have Susie throw a hammer.
Yeah, Susie throwing a hammer.
Sure.
Yeah,
Alright, so
yeah.
I'll pick up and throw a dump to Susie.
All right, Susie, roll for this hammer.
Susie rolls an 11.
All right, so here's the problem. Susie's throwing a hammer to try to get over everyone. They have a tram car, which is big, but not big enough. The tram car does not D this hammer. This beautiful hammer is sailing right down to... Who's it thrown to?
Me and Bo are splitting the field.
Okay.
I think it should go to scenarios where, like, you go up to catch it, and if it goes over your head, Bo is behind you because he's taller.
Yeah.
All right,
Or we're doing a racing lift.
Yes, wait,
You're gonna
that.
Let bridge lift up your girl.
Absolutely.
Yes.
In the sake of 2 points.
That's
all
his girlfriend.
right. Bo Kittredge, lift.
It's a 15 for the lift.
All right, good. Scotty, roll for your balance and the catch.
15?
That's a catch. That's a 2-pointer.
Let's go!
We got 2-0 is the score. Who's going on for the next point? You know that Tryhard is staying on.
I'm staying up.
All right, you're staying on. Pockets, your mom wants to go play Frisbee, so she's going to hop on the field. Tram.
I need to hop on the field and guard my mother.
Of course. Scotty, your mother, I assume, wants to drink wine based on your description.
Definitely does.
Yeah, because all the other moms are drinking wine, so she's going to hop off. Tram car is going to hop off because the tram car is very nice and lets other people play, unlike the Tryhard and fucking Dan. So we got let's go. Matt's mom is on the field.
Okay.
I'm subbing. Flippers can have it.
All right, cool. Flippers is going to roll everything at disadvantage because she is wearing flippers on land.
That checks out.
That checks out.
Just as a heads up. Great.
My mom also roll at disadvantage. She has a bad ankle, and I don't think running on the sand is going to go well with a bad ankle.
Yeah, that checks out. Okay, she'll roll disadvantage too. I have a feeling I know how this point's going to go, but that's okay. That's why we play the game.
Okay, so we have atWildwood, myself, Scotty.
No,
and-
flippers.
Okay, flippers and pockets.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Roll poll.
It's a 13.
All right, it's a pretty good pull, and obviously the Tryhard is catching this pull like in the end zone, and he yells, "We gotta answer with a 2-pointer!" And he just points, in the direction. So I guess both moms are like, "Oh, that sounds fun," so they're going over to the end zone. Meanwhile, Dan is like, "No, you idiot! We gotta work it up. Come on, look at this line we have on." Fucking Dan, right? Everyone knows 2-pointers are cool.
Man.
So, this Tryhard is still in the end zone. Anyone, you said, what, the Ghost is covering him, or is Matt?
I was going to cover him, but I'm not going to put a mark on. If everyone else is going downfield, we'll have a 4-on-3 there. And if he gives me a mark, I'll run back.
Hear me out. The Admiral Bolero, being a ghost who can float,
Yes.
could the ghost presumably not be seen and then all of a sudden just reappear and grab the disc, as a ghost might do?
Talk about throwing into a poach.
So the Tryhard at this point, he doesn't have a mark on, so he's just yelling cuts because that's what they do, probably. Anyway, so fucking Dan is now cutting under, being like, "Throw me the disc, dude! Come on!" And the Tryhard is getting frustrated that nobody else is cutting, so he's gonna throw. Who's covering Dan?
Admiral Bolero.
All right, Admiral Bolero, roll for defense.
It's an 11.
So remember how he's a ghost and doesn't quite know how the game works. He is kind of going there, but he realizes that, maybe because he saw Scotty do this earlier, it's like, oh, what if I just float behind them and try to block it that way. So Dan catches the disc, but now he's got to throw around a literal ghost of Admiral Bolero. Dan has the disc. Also, Admiral Bolero doesn't know what a stall is, so he's got a lot of time.
Okay. But the Admiral just starts telling like ghost stories about the sea, just to try to freak him out.
All right, can you roll? Just roll. See what happens. Intimidation.
So not very scary stories. It's a 3.
He's telling his last vacation cruise.
Yeah, he's actually telling very like uplifting stories. So Dan now feels a little better about being by the sea. Anyway, he throws it over to Pocket's mom.
Yeah, I just played defense on my mom.
All right, roll for defense.
Roll 4.
Oh, your mom, like, you do not D your mom. You try, and she just kind of grabs it in front of you, and then, sorry, your mom's better at Frisbee. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, God, the 62-year-old woman.
Anyway, so Pocket's mom has the disc, and obviously Pocket's mom has like probably the sickest hammer on the field besides, of course, Susie Hammerstein, because that's her name. So she's going to throw a super dope hammer over to Matt's mom. It was Matt's mom that's on the field, right? All right, yeah, cool.
Flippers is guarding her. I rolled a 13 and a 6.
All right, so you do get the D somehow. With the flippers, the sand being kicked everywhere probably really impedes Matt's mom along with her ankle, so she doesn't catch the disc. The disc is now in the end zone.
I run over to pick up the disc, and I also say, "Hey, Mom, are you okay?"
Okay. Your mom is very happy that you were checking on her. What a nice young gentleman, of course. And your mom is fine. She's fine. Just
okay, she's fine. I immediately stop caring that she's on the ground, and I just huck it to the end zone. Deep.
Okay. Who's in the end zone? All right.
I don't matter. I'm throwing to space. Someone will
After every point, after every turn, I immediately cut deep. That's my only thing I do.
All right, cool.
I rolled an 11.
Pockets?
I rolled a 13.
All right, well, Pockets does catch the disc in the end zone, so she gets back at her mom. She just has a step on her because, Pockets' mom presumably does not play as much Frisbee as Pockets and is not ready on the turn immediately, so she just loses by a step. It was very close. Anyway, the score is now 4-0. The tram car is back on, along with Ben's mom. All right, cool. Who's polling?
Who's on?
Wait, who else is on? I came on. Which of
I'm
our
pulling upside down backhand. We're just ripping one.
But which
See what
PCs is on between Bo and Admiral?
Oh,
Probably Bo.
it'd be
All right,
Yeah,
Bo.
we're
All
taking
right, so
Admiral.
I'm playing for Bo. Ben is playing for Ben.
Great, awesome. Ben rips a sick backhand hook, and because
Upside
down backhand, of course, it's Wildwood. It was implied.
Thank you.
Everyone's used to hammers, so this kind of comes to them as a surprise. Even the tryhard, but he still manages to catch the pole because he's a tryhard. And then, the tryhard energy feeds off, so he's going to immediately go for the 2-pointer. So he bumps it back to fucking Dan, who then puts it up to Ben's mom.
I'll try defending Ben's mom.
All right, she rolls an advantage.
I roll a 19.
Wow, you sky Ben's mom.
Let's go.
I want to say she rolled 2 15s. I was thinking like this is where they get started on.
To be fair, Ben's mom is like 5 feet tall.
5'2",
Who's dad?
5'2", excuse you.
Yeah, but she rolls with advantage. Anyway, so you have the disc now in the end zone.
Yeah, so I immediately look to dump to Ben.
Ben has the disc in the end zone.
Now hear me out.
Okay.
Do I have pockets going deep?
Pockets, are you going deep?
Yeah, I'll go deep.
All right.
So I hold the disc in my left hand in a lefty flick.
Okay.
Say the thing that I've always wanted to say on the ultimate field. I look the try hard dead in the eye and say, "There's something you should know. I'm not left-handed." Switch to my right hand. Switch my hand on the field.
You're obviously rolling with advantage because you said the best line in any movie. So Go for it.
I was a 2 all the way up to an 18.
All right, cool. So, Pockets, can you roll real fast to catch this?
I roll a 10.
And
All
Bo
right, well,
is also shadowing if needed.
all right. So, Ben's mom is absolutely just bodying Pockets out of here. So she's not getting the disc. So, Bo, you're gonna have to roll to catch this.
Yeah, I rolled a 17.
All right, and yeah, you obviously catch this over fucking Dan. It's fucking Dan. He's not getting the disc. So cool. The score is now 6-0.
Okay, well, we did not get to eat our bagel for breakfast because Pockets bartered it away.
Yeah.
So I'm still hungry, and we're coming out on D, so I'm going to swap on. I'm going to sub on.
Okay.
I'm in as well because I want the glory.
I think we're all staying.
All right. Cool. They're putting on their kill line of obviously Ben's mom, the tram car, and then, their only 2 male matching players, fucking Dan and this tryhard dude. So they're pumped, and they're probably only going for 2 pointers. So who's pulling?
I'm going to pull because I know it's not going to make it to their end zone, so they have to super dump to get a 2-pointer.
Big brain.
Okay, cool. Can you roll for that?
I rolled a 4.
Oh, actually, it does go in their end zone. So, tryhard dude picks it up and yells, "Go, go, go!" And then the tram car, just kind of flops over and is in the end zone. And the disc is up to the tram car.
Who's guarding the tram car?
All 4 of us are still kind of in the end zone, though, right? Because we just pulled.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's a 4v tram car.
4BT.
Yeah, tram car.
Yeah, you are all rolling at disadvantage because it is a dragon tram car. So.
2, 6,
1.
All right, yeah, this tram car absolutely eats the disc. And I mean eats the disc. So the score is now 6-2, but you guys don't have a disc because the tram car ate it. So you're going to have to use something that's not a disc to finish the game out.
Banana?
I think we're using a banana.
All right, great. The other team agrees to use the banana. You guys are now playing Ultimate Banana.
It's banana time, baby.
And they're polling, so it's still the same line. Yeah, tryhard dude hasn't gotten to pull all game. He is super hyped about this. He grabs this banana and absolutely rips it. And it is a banana, so it kind of just flops halfway down the field, and it's a banana.
Okay, so all we need is 1 point. So we're going to play some patient... I'm yelling we need to play patient offense. I don't know if these guys are going to listen, but I set the stack.
All right.
I look at Ben and I say, "Are we running the play?"
We're running the play.
All right, so I'm going to run back to their end zone and yell, "Super dumb."
Okay. Who's picking up the disc? Ben, I assume?
I think it's got to be either Ben or Pockets because Scotti is probably angry at us for just ignoring her.
I'll go
Ben-
along with the shenanigans and super
All
dump
right.
so Ben can set up for his cut.
All right. Can you roll for that super dump?
I roll a 20.
This
Thanks.
super dump is so good that actually the wind just picks up. You're like, oh no. But it's amazing because it goes straight into the end zone. Over everyone on the other team, including the tram car who is not ready for it. Ben, are you catching this disc in the end zone?
I'm going to let you know right now. If I catch this, I'm going to try to play this shit all the way back. If you want to try to go up and contest this and sky me, just score this right now and end the game. We can do this.
I'm going up.
Me versus
All right.
Sky.
Scotty, both of you roll at the same time. Gotta be
3,
simultaneous.
2, 1.
11.
Oh,
All right, Scotty, it looks like you have skied Ben to win the game. You guys win Wildwood, you get a trophy, and you can drink out of it.
That's the best part, that we get to drink White Claw out of the trophy.
I take our last remaining 26 Miller Lights and start just simultaneously pouring as many as I can in while the rest of the team has straws in the cup, and you have to drink it before the next Miller Light fills it up.
Anyway, congratulations. You have won this Wildwood adventure. The ghost of Admiral Bolero can finally be at peace. And obviously, Elvin Bo Kittredge still exists because he's not dead.
I want to create a subplot where Flippers and Susie, while the rest of us were doing shit, they fell in love. And they opened up their own Hotspot 7 on the boardwalk. Or whatever Hotspot's next. And they make bacon, egg, and cheeses together.
I love that.
Can you roll for that?
Yeah. I rolled a 7, so...
They fall in love. It was love at first sight, and they now... they're not both going to open up a hotspot. They can do better than that. They don't have to work at Wildwood forever. They can have a better love story. Anyway, they found love at Wildwood, and who knows where it'll take them next. Find out next year when we get Wild in the Woods again, and I don't know if we're doing this next year. But anyway, thank you all for playing. I hope you had fun. That is Random and Dragons at Wildwood.
Yay!
Anyway, I'm going to give thank you so much, Ben, Gus, and Matt for joining us to play some Random and Dragons. Matt, would you like to plug anything?
Yeah, sure. If you care about the environment and you're not really sure where to get your start in environmental news, I've been hosting an environmental news podcast for the past 15 months. It's called The Planet Today. It's available wherever you get your podcasts. Would love to check it out. It's fun. It's a good way to keep up with what's going on, and we try to make it fun for the listeners as well.
We will be sure to tag all the socials for The Planet Today in our description. If anyone else has anything to plug?
If you've listened this far, go on Instagram, check out @May and Henry. They're my friends. They're a great band. I play with them sometimes.
They are, can confirm. With that, thanks so much for joining us, everyone, for laying it out. I've been Scotti Dempsey.
I've been Chelsea Pockets.
And we'll catch you on the flip.
They say I'm acting crazy, but I just wanna lie in the sun.
Listen, if he can get wide, he can catch a disc. I can tell you that much. I don't know much about physics, but that makes sense to me.